Okay, I guess it's time for part 2 of this mess. Oh, before I start, last time I referred to one of my vids as something you need to watch to get a full picture of what I'm talking about. For some reason I had at least 3 Fundy atheists who were too dumb to figure this out. So I'll say it again in little bitsy words even you Fundy atheists can understand. When I refer you to another video, watch that too. Okay? Oh, and don't accuse me of just making up stuff like Greco-Roman patronage, okay?
As a Christian, you believe that God cares about you and answers your prayers. So the second question is, why are there so many starving people in our world? Look out at our world and notice that millions of children are dying of starvation. It really is horrific. Why would God be worried about you getting a raise while at the same time ignoring the prayers of these desperate, innocent little children?
Alright, first of all, and this leads from what I said last time, this revolves around a view of prayer that comes out of crap like this guy's. I don't buy that view. I'm not of the perception that God is worried about me getting a raise, and that's not the type of thing I pray for, okay?
It doesn't make sense, does it? Why would a loving God do this? To explain it, you have to come up with some kind of very strange excuse for God. Like, God wants these children to suffer and die for some divine, mysterious reason.
That got stupid even faster than the last one. Alright, well here's the thing. Questions like this one actually frost me, though not for the reason you'd think. Here's why. Know who this is? No, it's not Lex Luthor. This idiot is the guy who was elected governor of the state I live in. He's a corrupt and sleazy former businessman who spent over $70 million of his own money to get elected. And he got that money by overseeing the biggest Medicare fraud case in history at the time. Here's another point. I never dressed Coco in anything that wasn't meant to just keep him warm. But according to the National Retail Federation, Americans spent this much on pet costumes like this one in 2013. Yeah, you could elect 4 corrupt bozos like that other guy with that kind of chump change. Now what's this got to do with anything? Well, it's just a microcosm of why these questions like, why doesn't God help starving children, really honks me off. Because God already gave us this, and this. And between those things, I think you've got a pretty good line on feeding the starving already. And even now, from what I can find, this is how much it would cost to solve world hunger right now. Now compare that to how much Americans alone threw away on online gambling last year. Kinda makes you think, doesn't it? So basically, the answer to this question is, God gave us what we needed to solve these problems. And in accord with my last point, it's not God's obligation to fix it when we screw it up, especially when we screw it up in ways that are contrary to what he teaches us. So, if you Fundy atheists want to ask why God doesn't help starving kids, I say, if it worries you that much, go make a contribution to one of these organizations. Then get on the stick opposing all the wasted money going to things like these. Until then, I don't want to hear it. Dig?